Hi, everyone. Welcome back to a new episode. Um, Today we are doing a couple little things. We're going to be making our predictions for the 12 Hours of Sebring. And at the end, I'll just give you guys a little NHRA update because they kicked off their season yesterday or over the weekend. Um, yeah, not much preamble in this one today. So I think I'm just going to welcome in my co-host. Hi, Emu.
Hello. Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
Good. So we have some predictions coming up. I have the large sticky note,
Woo.
and yeah, oh my God. Let me just do that.
Amazing start.
Oh,
Hi, Quackers.
Quackers, what's up? Well, apparently we're coming in hot today.
Yes, we are.
Uh, our particular brand of chaos knows no bounds. Okay, so like last time, you have your little picture version,
Yes, I do.
which I was very smart for myself because I just I never deleted it. Was just sitting in my Google Docs, the Daytona version that I made you, and then I just made some edits to make it fit for Sebring, so I didn't have to make a whole new one.
Nice.
Laziness will get you everywhere, folks. He really was just all the viewers.
What a nice person.
Okay, I have the entry list on my screen over here. So you guys go ahead and tell me now, and don't wait till the very end of the stream to tell me if it's big enough, if you guys can read it.
I can read it.
Okay.
Whether
I
the
can
stream
read
can
it too.
read it, we'll have to wait for Quacker's response.
Yeah. I will make it a little bit bigger if I have to. I have the stream up on my other screen. I mean, it seems legible to me, but love that for you.
They heard
I don't.
nothing.
I didn't actually address because we're on Spotify now as well. I didn't address with that crowd for this that um, we have a predictions race between us just as a fun little competition. So for the endurance races in IMSA, we're doing this because we need more competition in our lives, obviously. Okay, so we'll just go then. I'll just make it 10% bigger anyway. So, starting with GTP, we have the 01 for Chip Ganassi Racing with Sebastian Bourdais, Renger Van Zandt, and Scott Dixon. And then we have the 6 for Penske Porsche, Nick Tandy, Matthew Jaminet, Dane Cameron. We have the 7 for Penske Porsche, Matt Campbell. Starting off me not knowing how to say words today. Matt Campbell, Felipe Nasr, and Michael Christensen. And then we have the 10 for Wayne Taylor Racing with Ricky Taylor, Philippe Albuquerque, and Louis Delatraz. And then we have the 24 for BMW M Team RLL, Philip Eng, Augusto Farfus, and Marco Whitman. The 25 for BMW M Team RLL, Connor DeFelipe, Nick Yellowly, and Sheldon Vanderlyn. And we have the 31 for Wheelan Engineering, Pippo Durrani, Alexander Sims, and Jack Aiken. And technically, there is another team, but we're not going to talk about them because they're in the doghouse right now.
Bark.
So, Emu,
Mm-hmm.
What you feeling? What's your vibe?
I'm scrolling through the pictures again. Let's see. That one's kind of fun. That one's not. I'm really leaning towards 24.
Okay.
I like the look of it. That's it. 24.
All right. I think we're all hoping because the Porsches and the BMWs had the most issues at Daytona. I think we're all hoping that they got that fixed and this can be more of like a full class attack this time. Um, hmm. I think, ooh, I think I don't know what I want now. I like the O1, but I also feel like the 10, I picked the 10 last time, and I feel like I want to give them another chance because I, I they're always pretty fast there, and it's hard not to root for Wayne Taylor. I love him. I'm gonna go with the 10, but I think that the O1 is gonna be pretty racy. That's what I think.
When you go
So when
against
it
your
is
own
the
thoughts.
O1, we can go back and yell at me for this. Robert, what's up?
10 and 24.
Yo. Okay. LMP2. And we want to know what you guys think all of your predictions are too, just because it's fun.
True.
Um, so we have the '04 CrowdStrike Racing by APR, George Kurtz, Ben Hanley, and Nolan Siegel. We have the 8 Tower Motorsports, John Ferrano, Scott McLaughlin, and Kiffin Simpson. We have the 11 TDS Racing, um, Stephen Thompson, Michael Jensen, and Scott Hufker. We have the 18 for Aero Motorsports, Dwight Merriman, Ryan Dalziel, and Christian Rasmussen. Um, then we have the 20 High Class Racing, Dennis Anderson, Ed Jones, and Anders Fjordbach. Oh, okay. I have to make this disclaimer. If I screw up anyone's name, I'm sorry. We did this last time. Names are hard, okay? And everyone always says my name wrong, so like I totally get it. um, we have the 35 for TDS Racing, Francois Hero, Piedo Vandergaard, and Josh Pearson. We have the 51 Rick Ware Racing, Eric Lux, Devlin DeFrancesco, and Pietro Fittipaldi. And then we have the 52 PR1 Matthias in Motorsport, Ben Keating, Paul Luchatain, and Alex Quinn. So, Emu,
Yes.
thoughts and feelings?
This is going to be hard because I feel like I'm just going to pick the exact same ones because obviously if I'm going on looks, I'm going to like the same one over and over again. So maybe I should mix it up even though I don't know what I chose last time. But looking at the pictures, I'm assuming I probably chose this one. So
I actually don't know. I posted it to my Instagram story, so I have to go back and look.
I'm going to go with I'm gonna throw a curveball and say 51.
Ah, okay. A little Rick Ware Racing action.
That's me curveball.
Okay. The LMPs are hard for me. I The 11 is appealing to me. So is the 52, but I know I picked the 52 last time because I love Ben Keating so much. And the 18 is appealing to me. I think because I'm aware of the fact that I picked the 52 last time, I'm not going to pick them for the purpose of this. It's between the 11 and the 18.
Who's it gonna be?
I'm going to go with the 11 just because they were my first thought.
Fair. Always got to go with that gut feeling, the intuition.
Yeah. All right. LMP3. We have the 4, which is new for this race. They weren't at Daytona. They might have been like a reserve, but they weren't active on the entry list.
I have to go watch a video now, apparently.
Oh, yeah. The only picture of that car is in short video form at night during testing.
I see this.
Yeah.
All right. I'll refer to that later.
I forgot I put that in there for you. Because I wanted you to see it because I thought it would like look kind of nice, but
it's red.
Hard.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
yeah,
dark.
It is. There's not very good lighting in that corner. All right, so we have the 4. The A Motorsports?
Ave.
I know they've been around. Ave. I don't know much about that. No, I agree. The 10 and the 60 are going to be tough to beat. But I feel like now that the 60 is actually going to have to be on even ground with everyone else, I think we're going to see how much faster the 10 actually is. Now, I know. LMP3 is like, pick one out of a hat. I have no idea. So we have Seth Lucas, Tonis Casemets. That's an interesting one. And Trenton Estep. And then we have the 13 with AWA, Ore Fadani, Matthew Bell, and Lars Kern. And then we have the 17, the second AWA car, Anthony Mantella, Wayne Boyd, and Nico Verone. Let's see. Active scrolling. Oh, okay, there's more at the bottom. Then we have the 30 with, how do they say it? Did they say it was Junior 3 Racing? They apparently have an Airbnb sponsorship.
Oh my god.
I did not see that the first time I looked at this. But like, all right. They have Ari Below, Garrett Grist, and Dakota Dickerson. Dakota Dickerson, I feel like his name's been tossed around for a while. Anyway, and then we have the 33 Sean Creech Motorsport, Lance Wilsey, Joao Barbosa, and Nico Pino. 36 Andretti Autosport, Jarrett Andretti, Gabby Chavez, and Glenn Van Berlo. 38 Performance Tech Motorsports, Christopher Allen, Robert Mao, and our favorite, TBD.
TBD! Woo!
TBD is back.
TBD for the win.
Then we have the 43 MRS GT Racing, and who fucking knows, apparently. That is a very blank box.
It is very blank.
It's all the way blank. I guess we'll find out.
I'm a little sad. Why didn't they just do 3 TBDs?
I know, right?
They said, no. Actually, nobody's going to be in this car. It's going to be self-driving.
It's going to be a remote control from the pits. Then we have the 74 Riley, Gar Robinson, Felipe Fraga, and Josh Burton. And the 85 JDC Miller Motorsports, Till Bechtolsheimer, Tidjam Van Helm, and Dan Goldberg.
Fascinating.
I feel like I have my pick already, so
Go.
I'll
Yep.
just
You
go.
go first.
I'm gonna go with the 74.
74. Oh, that's unfortunate. Their car's ugly.
I I'm a fan of the combo of Gar Robinson and Felipe Fraga.
Mm.
And it's hard to root against Bill Riley. And I gotta say, just because he typically does have very strong teams, he is also one of the very few people, and this has nothing to do with with my picking, but he is one of the very few people in motorsports that actually intimidates me. Although there are some really good choices. The 33 is strong because Barbosa is so good. And so I think Quackers has a chance with that one.
From Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yes.
Oh my god. We had doctors, now we have actors. Well,
I know,
pirates
right?
actually.
Yeah, actual
Okay. Let me look here. I also want to point out that 30 is very ugly.
Oh yeah.
The yellow and bright orange red question mark. I don't know. I can't really tell based on the photo, but it doesn't look very pretty. Um so here's my trouble. I
Hmm.
want to pick 17
Okay.
because of looks. But
Yeah.
I'm also really tempted to pick the 43 because there's nobody there.
There's no one there.
So I think I'm going to pick the 43.
Hell yeah.
I'm really rooting on the self-driving from the pit motor remote control.
It really is just the blankest I have ever seen one of these
It's
boxes on an entry list.
empty. It's empty. Can we is there any way that like they would not be there? Like is that why there's a nothing there or will they for sure be there?
I mean, I feel like they were at the test, so I can have a quick look on Twitter.
If anything else, can I have the 17 as a backup if they don't show?
Yes.
Okay. I'm picking 43, but if they're not there, 17.
Let me just have a quick Twitter scroll. Which one are they?
MRS GT Racing.
Thank you. Ah, don't delete.
Cannonball storage. Wow. That should be one of the sponsors for 33.
Hell yeah.
Make it real piratey.
Yeah, I don't see anything, so they should be there, but if
Okay.
they're not, you have your backup pick.
Hell yeah.
All right, GTD Pro. Only 8 entries in this class, so they all fit on the same thing.
Woo! Oh no, not the lumberjacks. Return of the lumberjacks.
Well, let me tell you,
Driveway.com. Oh my god.
I have like BOP PTSD, and I'm sure every other Porsche team does too, because that was also kind of like the scandalous thing that's been happening since they got all the Porsches got terrible BOP at Daytona, and they were just seconds behind everyone else. So they in the field, so they weren't even like racing for the win. They were just racing to like get data and try to survive.
Yeah.
And it made everyone really mad because it's sponsor money, it's time and effort and teams, doing all this stuff for them to not be, competitive like they normally are just because they got a new car. And IMSA didn't make a BOP model, which I find to be ridiculous. But everyone was really mad after Daytona, and then they went to Sebring and did a kind of like IMSA sanctioned BOP test, and they gave them. I also talked about this on the show last week, but they gave them slightly bigger restrictors than the ones that they were running at Daytona, and it was still absolute shit. And they were like, well, there was like 3 or 4 teams that were like, I'm pulling my support from full season and only going to do endurance, or I'm pulling out completely, or I'm only going to do these races and then I'm going to put my team in WEC over in Europe. And a lot of it was just, we'll see how Sebring goes, because you really can't have a manufacturer like Porsche and their teams just be like, bye, because that's bad for everyone. So they have them running, they had a like private, there was like a private test or independent test after the IMSA sanctioned one. And they are running even bigger restrictors, but we're not sure exactly how that's going to work out. It's going to be one of those things where, we have to see.
Yeah.
But it's hopefully a step in the right direction. It is something. They're at least doing something.
Yeah.
So Porsche teams are real mad at IMSA right now. Okay, so we have GT Pro, the number 3 Corvette Racing, Antonio Garcia, Jordan Taylor, Tommy Milner. The number 9 FAF Motorsports, the Lumberjacks, as you called them.
Yep.
Klaus Boschler, Patrick Pilet, and Lawrence Banthor. And then we have the 14 Vassar Sullivan, Jack Hawksworth, Ben Barnicoat, Kyle Kirkwood. The 23 Heart of Racing team, Ross Gunn, Alex Ramirez, and David Petard. The 62 Risi Competition, Daniel Serra, David Ragone, and Gabriel Casagrande. That's a fun name.
Yeah.
Excuse me. The 63 Iron Lynx, Frank Pereira, Jordan Pepper, and Romain Grosjean. 79 WeatherTech Racing, Daniel Juncadella, Jules Gounon, and Mauro Engel. And then the 95 Turner Motorsport, Bill Oberlin, Chandler Hull, and John Edwards.
Okay. I feel like last time I picked either the 63 or the 23. Did you pick one of those last time?
I might have picked the 3.
The 3? Oh my god.
You know what? I can go back and look on my own Instagram story, so you bet your ass I'm gonna do it.
This one's actually, I think, going to be the most difficult for me to choose from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the 95. I like the 63. I like the 62 and the 23.
That is going to make it tough for you.
That is 4 options. Are any of your top that one so that you could take one away?
Hold on, let me find this first. I'm like on a mission now.
You're going to choose one that's not the 4, and I'm just going to have as much of an issue.
I feel... Okay. So last time you picked the 63 and I picked the 23.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I feel like this time I'm not going to pick the 63 because I did last time.
Because it looked like an angry samurai bunny.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I was thinking that exact same thing. I said, "Oop, the angry samurai bunny's back," in my head, but okay. I think I've narrowed it down to the 62 and the 95.
Okay.
Are either of yours that choice?
No.
Okay. Fuck. I
am picking the 3.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with the 95 because the music notes on the car is a vibe.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm a Turner Motorsports fan. I always say they have the best um, social media,
Mm-hmm.
and they are the taco people.
The taco people! Taco and music. They're just a party.
They are. And actually, it's really funny because there's this company called Styled Aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
They do merch for a lot of the IMSA teams, and it's a husband and wife owned company. They're really, really sweet. They did during the holidays a like kind of 12 days of giveaway type thing,
Uh-huh.
and I won one of the days,
Ooh.
and my prize was a Turner Motorsport shirt.
Hell yeah.
And I haven't worn it yet. I haven't had a chance to wear it yet, so I'm gonna wear it this weekend.
Hell yeah.
All right, and then going to GTD, we have the most entries. We have 20, and I am going to remind us since I have it here. Are they okay? Yeah, you picked the 83, and I picked the 66.
83.
The 83 is the Iron Dames
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
because women in STEM.
Women in STEM. How did they
You
do?
know, I actually tried to because it's so funny because I have my little segment of I went on eBay and this is what I bought. And I'm actually bringing that back next week because I bought some hydroplane racing trading cards and they arrived today.
Ooh, fancy.
But I was on eBay and after Daytona, a bunch of people were trying to sell the stuff that they got signed, like the hero cards,
Yeah.
which is so funny to me to see like what teams and people the internet thinks is worth more money
Yeah.
than others because it's like insane. Um, but there was an Iron Dames signed poster, and I was like, "Oh, I'll buy that for emo because it wasn't very expensive."
Yeah.
The guy who was selling it had some like ridiculous like reserve on it, and no matter what I was bidding, it wasn't hitting it. So I was
Uh,
like, "Okay, screw this."
yeah, nope.
He really wanted
Not worth
like
it.
the most amount of money
Of
for it, and I
course.
was like,
No.
"What are you doing?"
No.
All right, so but also just like in the future, if any random eBay delivery shows up at your house, it's probably me.
Oh, okay.
Because I do that to myself all the time. Okay, what are we doing? Oh yeah, GTD.
GTD.
We have the number one Paul Miller Racing, Brian Sellers, Madison Snow, Corey Lewis. Very solid, very like consistent team. I will always give them that. They're always very consistent. Um, we have the 12 Vassar Sullivan, Frankie Monacovo, Aaron Teelitz, and Parker Thompson. We have the 16 Wright Motorsports, Ryan Hardwick, Jan Halen, and Zach Robichon. We have the 21 AF Force, Simon Mann, Miguel Molina, and Francesco Castellacci.
Sure.
I'm hard pronouncing the C's because he's Italian. I feel like that's how they do it. At least that's how my cousin does it with her daughter's name. And
Okay.
she gave her an Italian name because they are Italian. Like inherited. So, and then we have the 023, the Triarci Competizione, Onofrio Triarci, Charles Gardina, and Alessio Rivera. Then we have the 27 Heart of Racing team, Roman DeAngelis, Marco Sorensen, and Ian James. The 32 Team Kordoff Motorsports, Mike Skeen, Michael Grenier, and oh god, it's the name.
What?
We couldn't figure
32.
it out, and I feel like I heard them say it, and now I don't remember.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Kenton.
It's just Kenton. Kenton K.
It's just Kenton K.
Kenton K.
Because there's like four ways to say it. We could potentially say his last name, and I don't know which one it is. You guys can put that one to your own devices. Then we have the 44 Magnus Racing, John Potter, Andy Lally, and Spencer Pumpelly. It's always hard for me not to pick them because we kind of run in similar circles, and I think Andy Lally and and Spencer Pumpelly are incredibly funny and nice guys. I don't know John Potter very well, but from the internet he seems fun. But they had a really good finish to their Daytona race, and I love to see that for them.
Yeah.
And then we have, you know what? It doesn't scroll very well. The 47, CTLR Racing, Roberto Lacorte, Giorgio Sergianotti,
Naughty?
Antonio Fuqua. Yeah, Sergianotti. 57, Windward Racing, Russell Ward, Philip Ellis, Indy. Ooh, okay. The Netherlands, they put J's in everything, and I'm
They
always
do.
like, ooh, is it Dante?
That's my best guess.
Yeah. I mean, we're going with it. If it's similar to how I pronounce Fjordbach, then yes. Then we have the
JG
66
Wentworth.
877 Cash Now, Gradient Racing, Sheena Monk, Catherine Legg, and Mark Miller. Then we have the 70 Inception Racing, Brendan Aribe, Frederick Shandorf, and Ollie Milroy. The 77, the second Wright Motorsports entry was Volt, Alan Brenholson, Trent Hinman, and Maxwell Root. Then we have the 78, which the first time the 78 entered, they were under like a different branding. So I was really confused when I saw the same car. Because it was just like US Racetronics last time, but now it is officially Forte Racing powered by US Racetronics,
Too much.
which is a lot of words.
Too many words.
They have Misha Goikhberg, Laura Spinelli, and Benja Heights. Oh my God. I wish I had the time this morning to fix the AO Racing one, because they announced their full season livery today, and it's a fucking dinosaur.
Oh my God.
Like, let's go to Twitter.
A dinosaur.
The freaking dinosaur.
I like dinosaurs.
I'm not logged into Twitter just because I don't know actually why it logged me out on my computer.
Ayo.
Ayo.
What?
Oh, hit the audio that I'm muting.
My God, that was really loud.
It was very loud.
Its stupid little
It's
arms.
I know.
Oh
It's so cool.
my God.
Rexy.
Ew. I love it.
I love it too.
It's so stupid. The funny thing is, honestly, that was one of my top even without the dinosaur, because it kind of
looked. The other livery was cool.
Yeah, and it looks like a little bug. The bug cars.
Oh yeah.
A beetle.
Yep.
With its little circular lights and the shape of the front.
But yeah,
Adorable.
They have the number 80. They have PJ Hyatt, Seb Prelu, and Gunnar Jeanette. And then we have the 83 Iron Dames, # Women in STEM.
Women in STEM.
Rahel Frey, Sarah Bovey, and Michelle Gadding. And then we have the 91, the first Kelly Moss with Riley entry. Alan Metney, Kay Van Berlo, and Jackson Evans. And then we have the second Kelly Moss with Riley entry, which is the one that makes me laugh every time I see it because they're the ones that have the skincare sponsorship. So there's like a cartoon Buddha on it.
Yep.
David Brule, Alec Udell, and Julian Onlauer? Anlauer?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the more French way to pronounce that is. My high school French did not do me very good, okay? Then we have the 93 Racers Edge Motorsports with WTR, Ashton Harrison, Danny Formal, and Kyle Marcelli. And the 96, the second Turner Motorsport entry, Patrick Gallagher, Robbie Foley, and Michael Dinnan.
Amazing.
It's going to be hard to pick for me anything that's not the 80 just because that livery is so fucking cute.
Well, what if I choose it so that you can't choose it? I mean,
You
in
can
theory, you
absolutely
still
do
could
that.
choose it, but
In theory, I could. But
I'm choosing the 80.
We
I
saw what
want
happened the
the
last
dinosaur.
time we both picked it.
I want the dinosaur.
I'm glad you picked it because it's too cute not to.
Yeah. Shout out still to the Iron Dames because women in STEM.
Hell yeah.
They're my second choice. Second place.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do. There's too many options.
There are too many options. Way freaking too many.
My thing, obviously, because the jingle gets stuck in my head, I always want to pick 877 Cash
J.G.
Now.
Wentworth.
But
877 Cash Now.
but I can't pick them again.
True.
Because I don't really I allowed myself one repeat, which was the 10.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that again.
Yeah.
Even though they are probably my second choice, I think I'm probably going to go with the 27.
27. Wait, let me scroll. Let me see. Oh, they're fine. The car's fine.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, no, that's it.
Okay.
Quackers is picking the 57.
57. Oh, now I gotta scroll. Hold on. 57. Eh, it's all right. Not as good as the 80.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Like, I really need them to make, because they had that cute little dinosaur animation at the end. I need them to make a plushie out of that dinosaur so I can buy it.
That would be so cute.
Like, AO Racing, I'm going to tweet you after this, but if you're out there listening to this, make a dinosaur plush.
Why doesn't every car do something cool like that? They're all just like... See, honestly, I think that would also be like a way to like win, because if you have a really cool car, when the others are driving past it, they might get a little distracted and be like, oh yeah, that one's the dinosaur. Let me take a quick peek. And then they'll veer off the road and they'll lose.
Or they could crash into you.
Well, you just... No, it's fine. Because you're paying attention because you have the cool car. So, like, you could
True.
be like, why is this person getting really too close to me? I don't know about that. And then be, like, really conscious about it. Seems like a way to win to me. I don't know.
I'm also writing down Quacker's picks on my little notepad since I have room for it.
More cool cars. That's what I think should be the case.
I like how his pick for LMP3 was just, I don't know.
I don't know.
So I just put a question mark next to it, like, good luck. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a good old race. I feel confident and happy in my, let's get rid of this, in our picks. I think we got some good ones.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see what he said?
Yes.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. I got rid of it. You know what, Emu? Let's pick one together for him.
Oh, okay.
For LMP3.
Yeah. I gotta go scroll through them again. LMP3.
Dentist in the streets, race car driver in the sheets.
Wait a minute. Isn't that backwards? you be the dentist in the sheets and the racer in the streets? Okay, LMP2, LMP3. Okay. Which one did you choose for this one? The 74?
Yeah.
And then I chose the 43 with my backup of 17.
Yeah.
Let's do the McDonald's one, the Junior 3 Racing.
Okay.
The ugly car.
There we go.
You have been forced. You're welcome. Okay, but here's the thing. If that
If
one
he wins,
we're both gonna be like, well.
because we literally did it to ourselves.
Yep.
Oh, it's so funny.
That would be rude.
Well, he's currently winning in our fantasy league for F1.
Oh. Well, that's fine. To be fair,
You had a bad go of week one. I mean, I did too, but yours was worse. You got double negative points.
Yeah. I mean,
it'll be better next week. Esteban can't get all the penalties 2 weeks in a row.
True, exactly. So it's fine.
Well, you know what I did? I immediately yeeted McLaren for giving me minus 10 points. I was like, bye, using my free transfer.
Ew, why is there an autofill option? Wait, is that what I had before? No.
No.
I don't like that. Undo. Go away. Reset. Anyways.
Yeah, we can talk about that after, because I just wanted to give a little bit of an NHRA update because they kicked off their season this weekend. I'll just roll through it quickly. I have my full breakdown race report over on shifting lanes. So that has all of, like, the details, but sold out crowd. Sold out crowd. Staging lanes were full. Everyone's really excited to get back to racing. And then we had some really good races, really good final rounds. Winners for the day were Mike Salinas in Top Fuel, Matt Hagan in Funny Car. Matt Hagan went against J.R. Todd. And they're both like pushing really hard. They both want to win the first one. And JR had a little bit of a boomer, a little bit of an explodey time. He was totally fine, but it was just like, oh, there it is.
There it is.
And then Troy Coughlin Jr. in Pro Stock. That was really cool to see because he's a legacy kid. His family, the Coughlin family, have been in drag racing forever, and they own the company Jags. And it was like extra special because his grandpa was there, his dad was there, Troy had his own daughter there. So it was like the whole family came together, which was really sweet. And then in Pro Stock Motorcycle, we had a first-time winner in the new Vance and Hines team member, Gage Herrera, his first career win in his first career final round. So yeah, that is where we're at with them. And they are in Phoenix in like 2 weeks.
Phoenix.
Yeah. Yes, it is entirely possible that Esteban will just get all the penalties again. Can you imagine? But yeah, I actually need to look. Let me bring it up on here. What am I looking for? Oh yeah. I've been so used to doing it on my phone. I'm like, how do you do it on here? Am I signed in? No. No, I'm not. Okay. Let me get rid of that. Just share my screen and we can look at stuff. Okay. So we have 4 days to pick our teams to lock it in.
Ooh.
Does NHRA do what on YouTube? They do have a YouTube channel where they have like weekend highlights. Actually. Oh, and for everyone that didn't already see or know, I named our league Racer. I hardly know her, which was my favorite of the names that Emu came up with. It made me laugh so much. So I used one of my, I did 3 teams and I explained this last week on the show. I did one for me, one just kind of like for fun, and then one because my dad was like, "What you doing?" when I told him about it. And I was like, "Fine, you can have one." So I got rid of, I had McLaren over here, and then they scored me negative 10 points, and I was like, "Bye." And they're so bad. They're so bad.
Angry.
But I have Team Spicy Boys over here, and I have my DRS boost on max. And then I'm really proud of my team too, Total Wolf Yelling. And I might, because I haven't used any of my transfers yet, I might get rid of Lando just because it's so painful.
Yeet.
Let me think about that for a second. And then I have hashtag facial hair over here. They're doing me pretty good. Charles Leclerc, I was not the happiest with his performance, so I might put the DRS boost on someone else. I might give it to Checo.
I've made a second team.
Did you?
Yes. And I changed out one person on my other team.
I'm going to do this right here. I'm gonna make some live picks. Bye, Lando. Hope you find your dad. If nobody gets that reference, it's from Elf. I'm not just being mean to Lando.
93.
All right, I now have 11.3 million to work with.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that was a really good choice. Like, I picked Fernando because he was like one of my faves growing up, and I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if he would be able to make the Aston Martin drivable, but I'm very happy that I did, in fact, pick him. Okay. Who?
I don't think I can add the second team I made to the league, though. I think.
Can you not?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I think that's locked in place.
I'm gonna add Albon. Yes. Confirm my changes. And then no, I don't think it'll be Alonso's only podium this year either. How do I yeet my DRS boost off of okay, edit. Remove DRS boost. Congratulations, Checo. You got a DRS boost. Okay. Okay. All right, so this is where we're sitting. I wonder if I could. Let's see. Oh, leagues.
Not the minus 17 points.
Ugh.
It's fine. Alonso gave me 39, so.
Nice. Oh, it won't let me. Yeah, well, there we go. This
It's
is
fine.
where we're sitting currently. Oh, when we made our changes, we got more points. Quackers, we're coming for you.
Do you know what mine was before?
Yeah, it was like 74 or 78 or something.
93, baby.
Woo!
Hell yeah. I don't remember who I took out.
Yeah, because I vaguely looked. Oh, I can look at yours now. I vaguely looked at yours before.
Was that my old one?
Oh, see? No, I think this is the. Is this the current one? I think.
No.
Is it
That's the
not?
old one, yeah. Because I got rid
Okay,
of
so
Leclerc
good choice.
and added Perez instead.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's the same.
Nice.
Not the minus 34.
Honestly, I didn't know that we could get negative points. So when I was like going through and I saw and I was like, ugh. And then I saw yours, I was like, oh my God.
It's because I put the double on him.
You did.
I'm. I don't even think I can change the double, anyways. So.
You can.
How? I'm not going to. I'm putting all of my trust in Esteban.
Because I just did it with mine. You have to go and it's when you're editing your team.
Mhm.
You click on the driver that you have it on,
Mhm.
and then um, it'll have an option to remove DRS boost,
Ah, I'm leaving it.
which is how I just did mine.
I'm leaving it. I'm keeping my trust in Esteban. I will
I
not
mean,
change it.
he's not going to get negative points all the time, right?
Hopefully. And then I made
I
a
wonder.
stupid team. But you can't see it because I can't add it on.
There's got to be a way. Oh, I wonder if Hmm. I wonder if I send this to you. No one join. Well, no one look at that. No one join.
No one look at that.
I mean, if they do, if anyone random tries to join, I'll just yeet them out of there. I wonder if I send you the link again, if it'll let you do it.
Select teams. Oh, yeah.
So, Quackers, if you want to at any point make a second or third team, let me know and I'll send you the link to it.
I've added it now. If you reload, maybe
Okay.
you'll see it.
Oh, it does say 6 teams. I can't see it yet
Yeah,
because it's not like locked in for the race because it hasn't like locked it in yet.
right.
But I do want you to send me a screenshot of it so I can look at it.
it's
Return of the speeder man.
it's my dumb team.
I love it.
I need to make this bigger. There we go. Screenshot.
Something in my eye.
Good job.
Thanks.
There you go.
Oh, I like it.
Can you
Honestly,
see?
it's
Can you
kind of a
see who I
move.
left in there though?
Yeah.
He doesn't get the 2 times points in that one though.
God, no. Honestly, that could be a move. She's gonna overtake both of us quackers with her dumb second team. We're gonna be mad about it.
Return of the Speederman. I'm gonna be mad about it.
All right, I think, let's see, pretty much an hour. I'm really impressed that we got everything that I wanted kind of done in this time. Why am I on this screen? I'm on the
We're
wrong one.
just that good.
We are.
Oh my
We're
god.
professionals at this.
It's so loud still. Ah.
Why is it loud?
I don't know. I think it's just for me. I think it's probably fine in general, but I think it's just like because I'm not expecting it. It's not
Yeah,
that loud, but like just because it
it's
comes out of
shocking.
nowhere, where it's like almost silence.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Well, thank you for the follow.
Thank you for the follow, even though you gave me a heart attack. It's fine.
Because I think I was the last time before this when we got a new follower, I was solo and it didn't seem that loud to me. But
It's probably fine. It just
I mean, I can
scares
have
me.
a look. I'll have a look after we're done.
Okay.
But we remember what happened the last time I did that.
It definitely seems like it is quieter. At least I think. It's been a
Okay.
while, obviously, but
Yeah.
it's okay. I will survive.
It's not as loud as the first time that it happened. And
That
that
was
was
a
bad
real
for
heart
both
attack.
of us. That was really bad because that was just Stream Elements doing whatever it wanted. And then, of course, I was like, oh, it's fine. I'll totally fix it because we were in between two streams. And then I fixed it on my end, but I had closed it and you hadn't. So when I played it again, it was just as loud for you. Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Totally fine.
Okay, so then yeah, it's fine. If it catches them off guard too, then it doesn't matter.
That happens to me sometimes in some streams that I mod because I put like all the noises, all the alerts out of like you just get so used to them. But sometimes like the follow one will be just like a little bit louder for some reason, and I'm always like, oh my god, who's following you and why are you doing this? I might, yeah, I'm gonna have to go look at it after the stream because everything's great, everything's fine.
Everything's great.
That's the vibe, quackers. I've made like hilarious alerts with like they're all racing themed in some sort of way, and some of them have hilarious gifts to go along with them. But I haven't got to use them all yet. I believe I fixed finally that link issue that we were having.
Oh yeah.
Because it wasn't the issue with when I was doing the command. Because when I was manually like in chat doing the command, it was fine.
Yeah.
But I hadn't fixed. It was a deep setting in Nightbot. I hadn't fixed the one that was auto popping up like these ones.
Oh yeah.
So that was the old one.
So now it may work.
So now it should be fine. But I also realized yesterday that there's the links that are just like when you go on Twitch and find our page, those ones are also not correct. So I got to fix those after the stream as well. But deep settings in Nightbot were screwing with me.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. So yeah, I think we have all of our predictions. We got in some fantasy stuff, which I wasn't expecting, but we generally followed the plan I had for the day.
Look, the fantasy thing is always on the back burner.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And now with my second team, maybe I'll do better.
Honestly, it's kind of a move.
I'm still holding out hope for my first team, though. Because the second team makes me angry. Because it's not people I want to choose, it's people I feel like I have to choose to do good. And I don't like that.
Sure.
I would rather choose
Yeah.
people that I want to win.
Yeah, for sure.
Not the people I expect to win. But I also know that that's the name of the game. So here I am with my secondary team that makes me sad. But will give me points.
That's why I have a DRS boost on Max Verstappen. Like, I won't. Oh, I wasn't very happy about it, but you gotta play the game.
Boo! Red Bull, don't sponsor us.
Oh yeah, no, please don't.
Bleh.
I can't. Like, I can bullshit, but not that well. Although, if anyone else wants to sponsor us,
anybody but Red Bull.
Talk to us about that.
Hell yeah.
I have said since like the beginning of this, I would love a Lucas Oil sponsorship.
I want a taco sponsorship.
I want to tacos in general, or like Taco Bell.
Tacos in general. The food itself is sponsoring us.
I mean, it worked for Turner Motorsports. They turned it into like their whole thing because if I remember correctly, the reason they started doing the taco thing is Will Turner was looking for something to draw attention to the cars so they could get long-term sponsors. Right. And everyone was like, this car has tacos on it? And now they have long-term sponsors and it's great. So tacos are the answer.
Tacos are always the answer.
But yeah, if anyone wants to sponsor us, I'll wear your merch. I'll be a corporate stooge. But yeah, I think that was kind of everything. Emu, thoughts and feelings, final thoughts?
Dinosaur for the win.
Yes.
Women in STEM always.
Always.
My second team makes me angry. Those are my final thoughts.
Yeah. I'm gonna send that screenshot to Quackers and be like, look what she did to us.
Look what I did. Oh no. Quackers is just gonna come back now that you let him know that there can also be another team. It's gonna be the same. Just as aggressive. It's gonna be back and forth. Who can make the more aggressive team?
And I'm just sitting here with my 3 teams like, how y'all doing?
See, but now you don't have the upper hand in the sense that you have to switch out, and they only let you switch out a certain amount.
It's true.
But it also feels weird to start a team late. Like, is that... Because obviously there's no points on there yet for that team.
Yeah, but in a weekend, you could get, 200 plus points.
True. And
it would be like you didn't really lose anything.
True. We'll see. We'll see how well it does by the end.
We will. The game is afoot. So yeah, like I said, I have these. These are over here. I got these. These are the Thunder on the Water hydroplane trading cards that I got in the mail today. Ooh. I'm gonna unbox these next week. There's 25 in here. These are from 91, I think. This is an unopened container, God. So I'm gonna break the seal on this.
I was -4.
-5. Hi. Just revealing our ages to the internet.
Only if they can do math.
True. But yeah, I'm excited to get into these. I only have the single one. Ooh, these are dusty. I just dusted in here. How is dust collecting on these already? I have a couple of the single ones. I have the Billwalk one, which is just the best thing I've ever bought on the internet. And then I have a Miss Budweiser and Miss Thriftway. I really, really want to, I've said this before, and I'm gonna say it again next week, but I would love to do some work with H1 Unlimited. Like, if they need or they want a local who grew up watching hydroplane racing reporting live from the Stansayers pits at Seafair, like, hi, I would love that.
Not me.
It, hit me up. Well, you don't want to come, Emu? You don't like boats?
Boats are okay, but I see a lot of them.
But do you see boats like this?
Well, no, but I was in a jet boat once, and it was kind of scary because the guy who owned it was, a teenager and
Oh, yeah.
used daddy's money to get a jet boat and then doesn't really care about it, and so doing a whole lot of let's go really fast and then suddenly stop so that the water just
Yep.
goes in the boat, and then you like start sinking a little bit and everybody's panicking, and I'm not
Yeah,
a
it's a
fan
bad
of the
time.
fast boats. A normal
Well,
speedboat is fine.
lucky for you, you wouldn't have to get in one.
That's true. That's true.
Um, I will tell you, I have like this doesn't happen that much anymore. It happened maybe a couple times last season. Occasionally hydroplanes do blow over,
Yeah, I don't like that.
but they mostly land right side up.
Yeah,
But if they don't, they learn this from trial and error and safety, developing over the years. They have hatches on the bottom,
yeah.
so they just kick out and they get out totally fine and safe. Like it's nothing. I mean, last season, Vilwalk had a blowover, and he is okay. He went to high school with my dad, but he is like a year older, so he's almost 70,
Oh, that
and
seems like a dangerous thing to be
he
doing
got
at
out of the boat
70.
just fine. I mean, John Force is also in his 70s, and he's still rocking that funny car racing.
True. Yeah, but usually the cars don't go flying in the air.
They don't. Sometimes the bodies will, but
Well,
they do occasionally blow
yeah,
up.
yeah.
um, but yeah, I think I saw a picture on Facebook the other day from Hydroplane News, I think it was. Um, because there was rumors that Velwalk was hanging around helping some other teams with like development or just getting their boat ready for the season. And then I saw a picture of him sitting in the cockpit, and I was like, what? So I guess he might be back for
Maybe.
2023. He's not listed on like the driver list on the H1 Unlimited website, but they don't
It's a
always
secret.
list everyone for if it's just going to be for like one or two.
A secret.
Is a secret. I did see, I went on like when I bought, no, this wasn't the night that I bought these. This was the day before because I bought these the other day. I was having an eBay look for just like old school Seafair memorabilia, and I saw people make pins. They used to make like buttons
Hmm.
for hydroplane racing, and I found an old one for one of my favorite teams that doesn't exist anymore, which was the Oh Boy Oberto team because beef jerky.
I like beef
And
jerky.
oh my god, they were in boat racing for so long with Art Alberto, and it was amazing because they would make a big deal about it. Like they would have tables like lining the streets, like going down to like the different parks that people go to, and
Hmm.
it was just like everywhere. And it was like a huge thing in the Pacific Northwest growing up, and um, they had made buttons back in the day. So I have one of those sitting in my car on eBay. But what I also saw when I was looking is someone, I don't know who, because I didn't know that these were like a thing last year for someone who only raced like two races. Someone, I sent this picture to you, made a pin for Vilwalk for last season. And I was like, when did you have time to have that made? But it was really big. Like the old school ones were like, circular button size. This one was square. I swear to God, it was like this big. I'm
Lord.
like, who is wearing that? It has to weigh a ton. But yeah, I want to get more into that because it's kind of a niche thing. And It's something I grew up with that I think is just so fun and so cool. And I already talk about motorsports, so why not just add another one? And being on the water is so fun.
Water. That's true. I do like being on the water.
Yeah. I need to do more of that. Because it's like recently, anytime I've been on the water, it's just in like fishing trips. And I would like to be on the water where my arms don't hurt.
Yeah, yeah, true.
Yeah. I haven't done much pleasure cruising lately. But yeah, I think I'm going to be so annoyed at myself when I have to edit this and it's like an hour and a half long. Because I have to edit these for Spotify. I have to cut our intro off because the time when it's just, starting and we're not talking, it causes like an error,
Yeah,
which I found out the hard way when I tried to upload the first one unedited.
of course.
um, so gonna have to cut down the beginning, but it'll be fine.
It's fine.
Yeah. And typically we got into a really good rhythm of not making these so long and talking about so many things at once, but this was just like an all-encompassing all the things,
Right.
which we don't always do. So I give us an exception. And it's only an hour. So um but yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this one.
Woo.
We appreciate you guys hanging out and following along.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm gonna go check on some volume levels and fucking stream elements. And we will see you next. Oh, actually, I'll see you guys next week. For that unboxing, which Emo, if you're available, you're totally welcome to come to because I don't think you've been around for one of those yet.
No, but I'll probably be at work, is my assumption.
I assume so too, but I'm just gonna say it if you're around.
Fair.
Yeah, I'll see you guys next week. I'm not sure what day yet, but I decided to do it next week so I could tell you guys how our predictions went. So it would be
Smart.
after Sebring.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will see you guys then. Have a great week. And yeah, bye guys.